Welcome to another session of Understanding Human Anatomy. This video will begin a discussion of the bones of the ankle and the foot. The bones of the ankle are referred to as the tarsal bones, and there are 7 tarsal bones. Now I'm going to start with the heel bone, the calcaneus. And the calcaneus, when viewed from the dorsal side, has this appearance. It will have an articular surface in this region that articulates with another bone, the talus. And let me sketch the talus in. Like so. And the talus will articulate with the tibia. And the articular surface for the talus with the tibia will be in this region. And let me fill that in with a light blue color to indicate it's the articular surface. So there's the articular surface of the talus with the tibia. Now, besides making articulation with the calcaneus or heel bone, the talus articulates with the navicular bone, which I'll draw in right here. And the calcaneus will articulate with a bone called the cuboid. And we'll put the cuboid in right here. Like so. The remaining tarsal bones are cuneiform bones that are numbered from medial to lateral. So we have the first cuneiform here, the second cuneiform here, and then the third cuneiform in this position. So these 7 bones, calcaneus, talus, navicular, cuboid, and cuneiform 1, 2, and 3 make up the tarsal bones. The bones of the foot proper are the metatarsal bones, and I'll sketch in the metatarsals, starting with the first one. And number 2. Number 3. Number 4. And number 5. Then the bones of the digits are the phalanges, just as they were in the hand. And for the big toe, which is on the medial side, that's digit 1, and we only have 2 phalanges for the big toe. Then for the other digits, we will have 3 phalanges, a proximal, I'm drawing in the third digit now, proximal, middle, and distal. And here's digit 4. And finally, the 5th digit, or the little toe. Now, let me add some labels to the diagram. And down here we have the calcaneus, which is the heel bone. The talus, and remember that the talus articulates with the tibia. The navicular here, the cuboid, and the cuboid here, the cuneiforms, plural, and as I said, the cuneiforms are numbered, so we'll put the first cuneiform, or number 1, number 2, and number 3. Then we have the bones of the foot proper, the metatarsals, And I'll indicate that with a bracket here. And the metatarsals also are numbered. So we have the first metatarsal, the second metatarsal, the third metatarsal, fourth, and the most lateral one being the fifth metatarsal. And then we will have the phalanges, and again I'll indicate the area of the phalanges with a bracket. And the phalanges are named by their location. So we have the proximal, the middle, and the distal phalange. I'll connect lines here. And in the case of the first digit, we just have a proximal and a distal phalange. Now, what we want to do is also take a look at these bones looking from the plantar surface, or the sole of the foot surface. So we'll go to another slide here. Now, I'll begin this diagram of the plantar view in much the same way. We'll start with the calcaneus, here, and then we're only going to see a little bit of the talus, then the talus, which we only see a little bit of because most of it lies superior to this view. So let me draw in a little bit of talus. And the talus articulates with the navicular. And then we have the cuboid articulating with calcaneus. And then the three cuneiforms and then we'll draw in the metatarsals, starting with metatarsal number 1, Then metatarsal number 2. Number 3. Number 4. And number 5. And then we'll draw in the phalanges, again starting with the first digit. So we have a proximal and a distal phalange in the first digit. The other 4 digits will have 3 phalanges. The other 4 will have 3 phalanges each. A proximal, a middle, and a distal. So we'll draw in the third digits. Fourth digit. And the fifth digit. Proximal, middle, and distal. So now we'll put in labels, and we'll start with the heel, which is the calcaneus. And we'll have the talus. And remember that the talus sits mostly superior to the calcaneus, just a little bit visible in this view. Then the navicular, and the cuboid, and the 3 cuneiforms, and again I'll type their numbers in. Number 3, number 2, and number 1. And remember that the big toe is the medial side, and they're numbered from medial to lateral. And then again I'll label in the metatarsals, and these bones also are numbered. I'm going to start laterally with number 5, number 4, 3, 2, and 1. And I'll indicate the metatarsals with a bracket here. And then the phalanges and again I'll use a bracket to show the phalanges. And again, the phalanges are proximal, middle, and distal. And we'll draw lines to the proximal, the middle, and the distal. And remember, in the first digit there's only 2 phalanges, a proximal and a distal. That concludes discussions of the dorsal and plantar views of the bones of the foot and ankle. What I want to do in the next video is look at the ankle and foot as viewed from both the medial and lateral sides. Thank you for your attention.